What's up, y'all? TT here, your friendly psychic medium over here on YouTube. I'm going to be getting messages for your finances and career. Take what resonates, leave the rest. For those that don't know, I do this for the girlies. Okay? Spirit. What? Let's get the energy. I kind of want to shake things up and see like what the energy is going to be. And I don't know why. My thing ain't working, but it ain't working. All right. What's the energy in finances and career for my viewers? Finances and career. I need to get one of those like lap boards or something like that. I could tend to get very bored every now and then. I gotta switch things up. Okay. Something solid that's gonna help you get through a difficult season. Okay. That's what I'm getting. So when it comes to your finances, you're gonna have something that may make you feel a little restricted, may make you feel a little boxed in, but it's going to be a bridge over troubled waters. Okay, that's what I'm getting with this card here. Like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay thee down. A strong foundation is the key to success. Are you feeling uncertain about something? Focus on building a solid base in whatever you're working on. It will provide long term stability. This is also giving me like no shortcuts. This path that you're on, the simple path, no shortcuts. You going the long way, like giving it a year. Give something a good year before you switch something up again. Allow it to really settle in, is what I'm getting. And also with this bridge, it's giving me like a troll bridge. And so you may be going into, like, you may attract a lot of trolls. And when you attract a lot of trolls, that'll be your opportunity to start pruning people out. Okay, so they're telling you, don't be afraid to block people. Don't be afraid to get rid of people, because you want to build a solid foundation with people that really fuck with you for real, and not just anybody. Just anybody sitting at the table with you, not just anybody going on this journey with you. All right? You aren't going to be for everybody, and that's okay. The honoring path. You got two cards here talking about honoring path. If you have to compromise your integrity, if you have to compromise your integrity, if you have to question a person's intentions, and they cross some type of bridge of integrity for you, prune them fast. Okay, this may also this is also the opposite for some of you guys. Depends on where you are. If you've been doing this for a long time and you feel like the divine has, if you trust the divine and you trust the path that you're taking, you have nothing to worry about. True love. Okay. How you feel about yourself is going to be what you attract. So if you feel like you don't deserve notoriety, or you don't deserve success, or you have imposter syndrome, you're going to attract people that struggle with being happy for other people that have success. You're going to attract people that feel like you should be satisfied with just something small, like you should want just a little bit. And if you ask for more than what you're getting, then you're being egotistical, and that you need to be humbled. So be very mindful of how you feel about yourself, because you are very magnetic during this time and you are very attractive. And so the same people that help build you up can also be the people that help tear you down, because they like a version of you that is docile. All right. So if a part of you struggles with being out there and putting yourself out there, and you struggle with being seen, heard, with being extra, right? Maybe you're like, I just like it very simple. I just like it very calm. I don't want to be extra. But you're going to attract a lot of people that don't like extra. And if you ever change, okay, I'm speaking from fucking experience. If you ever change and you ever want to be something different, they don't want to see you change, and they don't want to see you be different. They only going to want to see you do one particular thing. Okay. So something about, y'all remember in the movie, what was the name of that movie? Divergent. And you remember when she was a part of the faction that she grew up in, they didn't have any mirrors. She grew up in a faction at first where they didn't look at themselves in the mirror. They believed in living a very bare minimum minimalistic lifestyle, and everyone in that faction lived that way, and so they stayed in their lane. And so when she left the faction, she kind of still had the same personality. Even when she went to Dauntless, she didn't really care that it was still not about her. So she had those humble beginnings where it wasn't about her, or she didn't want to make things about her. She wanted to make it about whatever she was doing. Okay. So I do feel like your true love is going to be your mirror. All right. How your true love views you is going to be all the confirmation that you need. That's what you're going to like. You're going to like seeing yourself through this person's eyes, and they're going to like seeing themselves through your eyes. I feel like you're getting someone, you're about to be in a relationship with someone that feels that way about you, and you feel that way about them. Like, we don't need to see each other with our physical eyes. We see each other with our spiritual eyes. Okay. Because, she went through changes. First she had long hair, and then she cut her hair, and then she went through all these different changes, and he was just like, new hairstyle. You know what I'm saying? He just had, I think his name was Tobias. He just had this attitude where it was just like, okay. It was very chill, very calm. Okay. What is this? Heart chakra. You're going to feel like your central nervous system feels protected. Like your heart feels protected. Someone can see you exactly for who you are. You see yourself in their eyes. Now, I don't know why this is coming up in your money energy, why love is showing up. But the reason why I think love is showing up in your money reading is because this person is going to make you feel empowered, which means that your honoring path is saying that you're meant to be, like, you're a crown victor. Okay, the crown is on your head. You're being chosen for something. Okay. And so being in a relationship with someone that doesn't just see your potential, but they also, they love you, they hype you up. Okay. They know that you're trying to build a strong foundation and that you can do it. Because if you remember in the faction Dauntless, they didn't do things for each other. I mean, Tobias, he occasionally, he bend the rules for Trish. But ultimately, she had to jump off trains just like he had to jump off trains. You know what I'm saying? She had to be able to fight and shoot just like he had to be able to fight and shoot. And so he didn't stop her from coming into her personal power. He had to watch her get her ass beat and drugged too. Now, he had his limits where if you get too fucking froggy, he would step in and be like, nah, you tripping. And I think there's someone that is going to be devoted to you in that way. It's going to be very hard for them to see you get trolled and to see you be attacked or dealt with. But this person may feel like maybe you're not prepared for an industry. Maybe you're not prepared for that. But they're not going to stop you from or intervene in the process that it takes to prepare you for whatever your path is. This person knows that you have some type of calling. And they see you for who you are on a soul level. They love you for who you are within. It has nothing to do with your physical aesthetics. Don't get me wrong, they like that too, but when you start receiving your flowers and your notoriety and you feeling at your absolute best, that's the foundation that you and this person are going to really come closer from. You're going to come closer, turn around. You're going to notice that this person has always been behind you, having your back. Right now, I feel like this person is coming in from an angle of having your back because that's what you need during this time. You need someone that's going to have your back. Healing. Okay. You're going to be known, either you're inventing something, like you're innovative, you're inventing something, you're helping people heal. The way you heal yourself is healing. This is something that you're really good at. This could be therapy, counseling. It's like the medical field, okay? RN, nurse. Oh, I have some cards as well. I think a Nobel Peace Prize. There's something about you receiving awards. You're gonna receive some type of rewards, and this person is gonna be there. It's like this person is like in the clouds. They're watching. Okay, but they're not gonna like distract you. They don't want to take the attention off of you. Okay. And this is why this person is going to just kind of stay, they're going to like fall back or stay behind so you can get all the shine and attention that you need. Okay, this is why this person may not want to tie the knot or make something official in some type of relationship in a 3D context. Okay, they may not want to tie you up in their spotlight. They want you to have your own spotlight so you feel confident in what you have. Now there's going to be times where I feel like this person can kind of see that you kind of lose motivation. Yeah, there's something about like losing motivation where you're feeling like, what's the point? And when you start to feel like that, I think this person comes in and offers you some type of opportunity to kind of like remind you like not to give up on your journey or your path or something to that degree. And I keep saying maybe, possibly, something like that because I do feel like on your journey, what's coming for you is you're figuring it out along the way, but you're not sure. This is about you being solid within yourself. Solid within yourself, your own transformation when you feel absolutely good at where you are. Now, I do feel like, yeah, you're going to have a lot of good luck, a lot of prosperity. Okay, when you're feeling like a straight 10, a baddie, you give 0 fucks to anyone that's trolling you or anything like that. You don't care. Damn, you know what I'm seeing here? Like you go through some type of metamorphosis, and it's this is when you get your recognition. The more eccentric you are, the more daring you are, the less you care about being liked, the more special and unique you are. Okay? The more empowering you are, the more good luck that comes to you. Your journey is unbridled. Your journey as far as healing your your finances, your generational finances or something like that. It's like your head is in the clouds, and you won't let nothing stop you or tear you down. So when you get trolled, you're going to be provoked. And these provocations are going to be like warning signs. You're going to constantly be provoked, constantly be attacked, constantly have some negative hate or something sent your way. And with distractions here, part of you is going to want to like buy into that distraction and let it keep you demure, mindful, small. But a part of your prosperity is you not being mindful, demure, or small. And so I'm hearing SpongeBob. And so you may feel like, I don't know how I'm going to do this or how I'm going to do that. I was just trying some shit out. I don't even know how I got here or how I even got on this path. Before SpongeBob could believe that he was capable of being on a particular path, he had to have someone that he looked up to. And he had to say, if Mr. Crab could do it, I could do it. I just need to embody Mr. Crab's energy, and I don't have nothing to fear. So there's going to be an archetype or someone that you see, and you're going to admire and respect that person, and you're going to say to yourself, if they can do it, when I feel like I can't do it, I can just embody that, embody Mr. Crab. Okay? It's like a shell, a protective shell. And you'll do it anyway. You'll do it scared, like performing. And then before you know it, you reach the finish line and you stop asking yourself how long before you get there, how much longer, and you just go through each challenge after each challenge and you climb that mountain. So you're on the rise for sure. But in order for you to go up the rise on your path, this ain't for everybody, but towards your north node or your path, you have to approach this situation where you get inspired by someone that you either respect, you respect their hustle, you respect the way they do things, you respect something about them, and your inspiration, the inspiration is like, so you have to ask yourself, what would that person do? And then eventually, you're no longer going to need the persona of the person that you looked up to, and you'll start to say, what do I need? Who do I need to become in order to do that? So this is how you're self-taught, self-made, self-entrepreneur. Okay, this is what I'm saying. The vast universe. I'm telling you, the universe is saying that you can do anything. Some of you guys had to, I'm hearing Vernon, journey to the underworld. So you can make sense of it. Yeah, door to value. You got to journey into the underworld. So this is about conquering the raging sea inside of you, not the raging sea outside of you. Your underworld. What lies underneath? What have you absorbed? What have you? I feel like your gift and your ability is you absorb your environment, empathic. This is like really going to resonate for a lot of empaths. You absorb your environment. Okay. And a lot of times you be in your own bubble, your own pineapple. Live in the pineapple under the sea, SpongeBob SquarePants. And it's just you and Gary. Just you and your cat, you and your dog, you and your book, you and your journal, you and your whatever. That is a comfort space. And so there's some type of journey that you're here to conquer. And maybe the roller coaster ride is scary and you don't know if you're brave enough, strong enough, wise enough. Because you're looking around and you're like, he's just a little bit taller than me and she's just a little bit stronger than me. And it's given, but you got the eye of the tiger. But I was raised, so like, go back to your fundamentals. Wax on, wax off. Okay, Mr. Miyagi head ass. Take a risk, and the risk is gonna pay off. Bet on you when you got nothing else to bet on. And I promise you, by Libra season, you're gonna see a transformation. Okay, this is like you no longer playing it safe. You are about to be you are the belle of the party. You are yeah. You are the belle of the party. Your consciousness of great gratitude, like so many people are gonna be looking at you. 4 cups with apathy, like, oh my God, who does she think she is? Who does he think he is? But they have no power over you. Okay? They don't have the energy to do what you do. They're not built like you. They don't have what it takes to go through that transformation. And so you will be an inspiration, but before you become an inspiration, they will attack you. And it will be like a test. It will be a test for you. So every time you get attacked, every time you get trolled, every time you have some negativity coming your way, that's a sign from the universe to get excited. Like, yes, they're attacking me. Yes, they're trying to break me down. And you need to use those master keys, humor from Buddha, right? All the master teachers are helping you. They've given you some type of each base that you conquer on the journey is going to serve as like a master teacher key. So it'll be like a master teacher key, and you'll be like, oh, I know what to do in this situation. Laugh. And all these master teachers, all these spirit guides, they're going to sync with you and allow you to kind of like blow your bubble. So you having fun along the way, eventually they're going to tell you like you got to separate from people that were once your comfort zone. And that may be very hard to do. Okay. But what you're going to discover is that you can go. You don't have to separate yourself. Whether you go at it alone or you go on the journey with someone, it still is saying that there's going to come a point where people that are really your friends, they're going to show up for you when no one else does. And you won't go through it alone. It's like, damn, you always was there for all of us. You absorbed this like a sponge. You absorbed this and you absorbed that, and all you ever wanted was someone to believe in you. And it's like now they're gonna come to your rescue, and they're gonna be like, let me just be there. This is what I said. Let me just be there for you, and it's gonna come from the people that you least expected. It's gonna been the direct person you asked for, that you admired. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, the person that you admire, the person that you respect, or the person that, maybe you looked up to them. And then they're coming to you like, hey, I'm right behind you. I got your back. I'm not going to let you go through this final test by yourself. So I do feel like somebody's going to be a little behind. You're not going to know. And you're going to feel like maybe they don't think of you the same way, or maybe they don't feel the same way they felt about you. Maybe they changed. Maybe who you have become is a turnoff for this person, and then they're going to show up for you. I think this is like, they may have wanted you. There's just like someone where I feel like they may have wanted you to. What's that word? When a person wants you to, like, they wanted you to just glorify them and just stay at that position where you're like, oh my God, you're so amazing. but they never wanted you to actually go on that journey because you respected how they did it and go and do it too. Like you respected someone that may have been on a higher level than you or at a different tier than you, and you're like, hey, can you show me what you do or whatever, or can we like I'm sure you have insight on X, Y, and Z, or how did you do it? Like wow, I can't believe you did that. Like that's you all those journeys, you did all that work, you made all those successful, all those successful stories. I want to do it too. And this person's like, oh yeah, you don't want to do that. It's a horrible industry. Or no, you don't want to do that. It's a horrible community. Just stay away from that. And then you like, no, I really want to do it. I feel like this path is calling to me. And so you had to do it on your own. The path called to you anyway. So someone thought at first that they were protecting you from a path by detouring you from it, or just saying like, I've been there, done that, you don't want to do it. Little do they know they weren't allowing you to develop into the person that you needed to become out of fear of prevention and safety for you. Because at some point, even they were too afraid. Maybe they started and they was like, oh shit, I can't do that. And so they've been an imposter or pretending to be something that they're not. And then here you go, you actually go on this journey and you do it the hard way. And you actually have spirits and guides and master teachers all taking you through there, your journey. And so what happens? The same person you looked up to is going to be the person that has to now come after you. That's what I'm getting. They're going to come after you. And I do feel like this person is coming after you like they feel like they need to save you. But really, the best way to save you is to just be there for you. Like, I know I've been down this path before. I know it a little bit. And fuck it. We're going to go into this shit together. So it's like you're getting a roller coaster buddy. That's what I'm getting. Counselor, okay? This could have been someone that you, like a counselor. You could be a counselor. This could have been someone you confided in. And instead of this person empowering you, they kind of just told you, oh yeah, you don't need to focus on that. You need to focus on something else. All right, so you got obligation. You have some prior contracts or commitments that still need to be fulfilled before you can completely move on to the next stage of your journey. I'm hearing the clock is ticking. Okay, so you took a hit financially. Some type of pressure that you were going under. You took a financial decrease or pay cut of some sort. But bills are still due and obligations and responsibilities are still had. But if you feel like you missed out on the opportunity, you didn't miss out on the opportunity. You're just being taken down a different route. Okay? Dependent. Damn. So you have like obligations and people that are depending on you. Some of y'all have children, and that's kind of a real thing as well. And so losing out on some type of finances that you have to go through this journey is pretty much showing you how much you were reliant on other people for financial stability and support. And so this path may be the harder way, right? Where maybe you have to work 3 jobs and go to school and raise kids and do different things. Those 3 jobs, though it may feel like you're working 10 times harder to do something that could probably be done easily in a particular area, if you stop focusing on that, in this position that you're in, nobody romantically, nobody professionally, nobody on the internet, Nobody on a contract, okay, or through bartering can tell you or have any type of introvert control over your creative process or who you are. Because that's another form of being dependent. You can get out of a relationship and no longer be dependent on that spouse, right? And then you can start, like, let's say you start singing, and now some way, yes, you love sharing your gift of singing on TikTok, but now you can't have no days off. You have to constantly go live every single day to upkeep the momentum. So now you're financially codependent on showing up on that platform because the attention span of the people that are drawn to you or supporting you is short. And that's because you're coming from an energy of scarcity. If I stop doing this, they'll stop showing up. And here's the reality of it is all money ain't good money. If you have to keep showing up somewhere in order for you to remain relevant in a situation, or if you have to keep doing X, Y, and Z, then you don't have real support. You have a codependent attachment, and you just change the type of attachment that you have. Now you don't just have an attachment to a relationship or a person, you have an attachment in a professional context. So this time that you're spending, the divine wants you to see, yeah, you have these obligations. But the reason why I have you working this job is because it's transactional. Or maybe you're dating this person, and it's transactional. The reason why I have you doing this transactional type of lifestyle right now is because they know what you expect from them. You know what you expect from them. When you go to work every day, you clock on that clock. They know they expect 8 hours out of you. They expect whatever hours out of you. They're going to pay you. And as long as you do your job and as long as they pay you, y'all have a contractual agreement. There's no blurred lines. There's no blurry areas. So in that meantime, while maybe you're rebranding yourself, maybe you're trying different things, maybe you're on a different path, and maybe you got to go through the vents. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this path, no one wanted to open this door for you. And so it opened up for you and you're going through it. And during this process, you aren't making any money from it yet. Or you know what I'm saying? You're not making any no real money from it yet. But as far as the obligations and what's expected of you at work or what's expected of you in a particular job is providing stability while you develop your freedom and foundation in other areas, okay? That may require you to put out before you get back. So it's giving something like that. And I do feel like a lot of you guys have to move in silence because you have the type of energy around you where if they know that you are going within and you are on a journey of self-discovery or whatever, they may increase your obligations, right? They may ask you to work overtime and you're like, damn, why the fuck is it so difficult for me to just do this one thing? It's difficult because there are forces that don't want you to access your abundance. There really is creator energy. They don't want you to access your creator energy. They want you to remain dependent, codependent, powerless. Author, but you're writing a new story. Okay, that's what this is giving me. Your words will have a great impact on those who read them, whether you're writing a book. Okay, something about this is saying that you doing something underground, unbeknownst to the masses, is where a lot of this is also like ghostwriting. Like some of y'all maybe you may be in a season of your life where you're meant to be like a ghostwriter or a mysterious or an enigma where no one really knows you. And they're like, oh my God, that was you all along? There's people that's meant to say that. Okay? This may be a period of time while like a lot of celebrities got on different shows where they wore a mask and they wore a costume or a mask and people had to guess who that artist was behind the mask. And that's to kind of like reset the masses to be able to connect with your voice, to be able to connect with your soul, because maybe the image that you had was tarnished, or maybe the image that you had, people just couldn't see you doing it. And I think that it's a bigger force behind that, because you're a reminder that we came from the same community, we came from the same neighborhood, we come from the same humble beginnings, we come from the same struggle. And the fact that you make it out it's a hard pill to swallow. And so everything will be then trying to tear you down. And that's why I feel like in this situation, you may have to laugh at all this shit and just never take anything too seriously. Freedom of location. Yeah, I'm free to do whatever I want. I'm chosen. You are pure of heart. It says, a truly prosperous life is one with freedom to travel and freedom to live in the location that you desire. This is like freedom to change your story, to change the narrative, the one you were born into. My God. Do you always have to be a sponge that is just absorbed, right? Because in the movie, everybody wanted to steal his soul. Like, to get a sponge, an empath, the 24/7 issue, to get us the 24/7 script. This is how it's written. You want to get you a pineapple that lives under the sea, that's going to drown themselves and absorb themselves in a sea of emotions, and a pineapple. Damn. So go to work every day and do it happily. I'm like, no, I want to ride that roller coaster. I want to get out there. I want to be free. I want to be that guy. I want to be that girl. And they're like, no, you're not that guy. You're not that girl. Don't let that go over your head. Next time you watch that movie, watch it with a new set of eyes. So many people it'll go over their head because they like that. I don't even like SpongeBob. That's a stupid movie. Stupid people are really smart. People that appear to be stupid, people that appear to be nothing more than a joke, are really, really fucking like divinely protected. They have an innocent, pure heart. They don't take shit too seriously. And they say God loves making a fool out of know-it-alls and people that feel like they're holier than thou. And they'll use a fucking sponge to do it. The underdogs. Y'all are the fucking underdogs. You feel me? That's what I'm getting. Y'all are the underdogs. Okay? So the season in your life where you're being a diplomat and pouring yourself out and you're telling yourself you can or you can't, it's over. You got bills to pay. You got obligations to do. You're going to let them things go unpaid and untaken care of because you don't want people to look at you a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want people... How other people troll you and feel about you ain't putting food on your motherfucking table. And if you are to look like a fool or you are to embarrass yourself or people are to laugh at you, you wouldn't be on this path if you weren't meant to do it. That's all I'm going to say. You ain't closed-minded. And closed-minded people do not get fed. So, take that resonance. I'm just a messenger. Love y'all. Bye.